The grammar lesson is on page 346. Okay, we're gonna practice writing titles. Okay, I remember that a previous lesson taught us the mechanics of writing titles. Okay, so let me tell you which titles. Okay, there's two ways to write titles. One way is to either underline the title or use italics. Remember that italics is kind of okay, the font or the way we can write titles is just like writing like to the right. Okay, tilted. Okay, all the letters tilted to the right. Okay, or we can underline titles too. Okay, so titles can be either written in italics or underlined. Are titles for movies, titles for movies, okay, titles for books, okay, titles for newspapers, all right? And the other way to write titles is to use quotation marks, okay? Using quotation marks for titles that are short, okay, short works such as poems, okay, poems, and articles inside a newspaper or a magazine, okay. I forgot to write magazine right here on the top because a magazine, of course, is okay, a big writing piece. Okay. Besides using italics or underlining a title, what else do we use? Okay, when we are writing a title. Do you remember what do you need or what you need to write a title? Okay, when you are writing a title, don't forget that you need to use capital letters. Okay, capitalize. Capitalize the beginning of the word. Okay, words that should not be capitalized are the articles, prepositions, and so on. Okay, so from 1 through 6, and I hope that you listen to the instructions because there are a few of you who are not following the instructions when you're doing your homework. Okay, like yesterday's lesson asked you to circle the superlative or comparative adjectives and you didn't circle anything. Okay, so it's very important that you follow the instructions. Okay, so from number 1 all the way to number 6, it says identify the titles in the following examples and indicate what kind of treatment they require. Okay, so this right here means two things. Okay, so on the line, okay, you are going to write what kind of treatment the title requires. Okay, that means that you need to write two things. You need to either write italics or underline. Okay, or you can also write quotations. Okay, quotations. All right. So let's look at number 1. When I was a child, my favorite TV show was Prairie Days. Okay, so what is the title of the TV show? Prairie Days. Okay, so this is the title of the TV show, so I'm going to write it on the line. Okay, and what treatment do I need to apply to a title of a TV show? Okay, that a title of a TV show needs to be either in italics or underlined. Okay, so I'm going to write the first option, which is this one right here. The first option, quotations is the second option. So I'm going to write italics. Okay, or underline. Okay, so titles that need to be in italics or underline are this ones right here. This is our first option. The second option is this one. Titles that need to be written using quotations. Okay, second option. All right. So for number one, Prairie Days is a TV show. Is a title for a TV show. So that's why I am going to italicize it or underline it. Okay. Number two, the author wrote a book. A book. Okay. What treatment do we need to apply when we are writing a title for a book? Number one, which is underline or italics, or number two, quotations. The author wrote a book about the state's early settlers called Herty Folk. So this is the title of the book. So I'm going to write it on the line. Okay, I'm going to write it on the line. And then I'm going to tell which treatment I need to apply to this title. Okay, so if it's a title of a book, I apply the first treatment, which means to italicize it or underline. Okay, so italics or underline. Okay, you are going to do the same thing to number three. Okay, this is a title. Remember that titles are capitalized. Okay, the magazine article. Don't get confused. If it says magazine, it doesn't mean that it's talking about a magazine. It's talking about an article. Okay, this is the title for the article. All right. In the movie Finding the Frontier, this is the title of the movie. What treatment do you need to apply for the title of a movie? All copies of the Territory Reporter. Okay, this is a book. Okay, this is a book. What treatment do you need to apply for the book? Okay, and then for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, you need to capitalize. Provide for the proper capitalization of the sample titles given. Okay, so these are all titles. We need to capitalize it. Remember that the first word in each sentence is always capitalized. Okay, so start by capitalizing the first word in each sentence and write it on the line. Okay, so my, capital letter. Okay, the, capital letter. Of, capital letter. Okay, life, capitalize it. Okay, the, you need to capitalize the beginning of a sentence. Okay, if. Okay, remember that words that should not be capitalized are articles. Okay, short words. For example, on number 7, my life. So yes, life, we capitalize it. We don't need to capitalize in. Okay, we don't need to capitalize the. Okay, so the only ones that are capitalized are life, wilderness, and my, of course, because my is the beginning of the sentence, beginning of the title. Okay, on number 8, the, yes, capital letter, Life, yes, capital letter. Okay, and no. Okay, times, yes. Of, no. A, no. Okay, mountain, yes. Man, yes. Okay, so mostly the words that you want to capitalize are the nouns. Okay, of, yes, we also we need to capitalize it because it's the beginning of the title. Mountain is a noun, yes. High, yes, because it's an adjective that describes a noun. And no. Okay, river, yes. Wide, yes. Okay, so apply the same concept that I'm doing right now, that I am using for number 10, number 11, and number 12. Remember to capitalize the words that are important in the title. Okay, so this one, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, all right. Don't forget to turn in your work when you finish, okay? Remember that it's on page 346.